What is up, guys? It's your boy Fatboy153 and welcome back to another video. Not today. I'm not doing like anything special like PvP or like doing Dragon Ball. I'm just here to talk about like if you're starting out new in the game. This is basically a starter pack, and if you aren't and you're just watching this, I might mention something that is interesting and maybe come in handy in future. In future updates. Who knows? But I'm just here to talk about like things you could do in the game, what they mean, and everything. And don't worry, I'm not gonna post Dragon Ball all day. I might post other videos, but this for a very long time. I'm posting a starter pack or just a beginner's guide for any new starter. So if you ever start, you're gonna get like the basic team. I think it's just EXs and heroes and Shallot. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna have to go across all story mode, but not all of it. Just enough to level up. Some options will be locked until you get into a certain level where you could actually unlock whatever the thing is necessary for. But for this, let's say you need a new unit. This is the place where you summon. Basically, this is where you get your units because you're not gonna get them off anywhere else unless there's an event where it gives out a free unit, which is happening now. But these are other places where you get new units. These are Zenkai events where if you get a unit up to 7 stars, you could summon here and get them to Zenkai level 7 or 1. Doesn't matter. This we'll talk about later. These is basically what you'll want to get. This is basically the starter pack beginner summon. It's easy to get the tickets. It's not that hard. Just do the daily missions, and I think you're pretty good to go. These units are old, but not bad. But yeah, you want to get these at least. Now, when you get to characters or parties, whatever you want to call it, you can make teams. In here, I have certain teams. It's really not necessary to make like a specific team. You could just pick your favorite characters to fight with and go on. But if you do this, this will make your team even stronger and better because it benefits to all characters. So, for here, as you can see, this snail EX, the rarities are hero as a common. EX is just an extreme, and sparking is really good. It's like it's really good. And then you got, well, EX is rare and sparking is just good in general, and LF is even better. But for this, if you go here, show details, abilities, you know, a lot of people say are stars important, and for me, they really are important. Not as much, but it's always good to at least have your character to 3 stars. You could aim for 6 stars or fully out 14 stars. But I just make sure to have all my units to 3 stars except my LFs. Those just they barely just came out with multi Z power for LFs, but they cost money. So I'm a free to play player, so that's out of the box. I have to summon the same LF. But if you go to Z ability, I have this now. I think up to 5 stars. So if I get him to 6 stars, I unlock this. But right now, he already limit break to 3 stars. And what it does, it gives out 21% to tag region, which is my team right now, for strike and base attack during battle. Which this is good. He's really good bench unit because he gives out the bust without, using him in battle. But this is my region team. All of them buff region in some sort of way. These 2 are GT units, but they also, buff region. These are, there's a bunch of Saiyans in the game, but all of these buff Saiyans, so that's why I went with them. I could have put like Vegito, he's a Saiyan, but he doesn't buff Saiyan, so he's just part of the tag. He isn't, but he isn't a tag buffer. And this is Fusion, all of these buff Fusions. Movies, all of these buff movies. And this is just a random team I use in some sort of events. Now, what you want to do once you get a new character is absolutely train the heck out of them until you get them to max. These are really good. They take long, but they don't give a lot of level. They get you up to 1,000, and then other from that, they just go slowly, less and less and less low level. But this does go quick because it's only 3 minutes. There's other that take long but give you more levels, so it's more easier, but you gotta be more patient. And then after you do that, it's not over yet. Gotta soul boost them the most you can. Like this guy is fully soul boosted. You see 100. There's a little gold star right next to their soul boost. There's 7. I don't know what the name of the levels are. I know that once you go from normal, it goes to fighter, and I think last one is called godly. Yeah, you go. But you wanna soul boost them to max out, because then that'll give you the ability to get these 3 boxes in the bottom with this I Love Majin Vegeta. And with this, you could use equips. Now, equips are different than Z abilities. Now, Z abilities, whatever it says, like let's say for region, it gives yada yada, I don't know, 28% more damage on strike. It does it for the whole team that is region. They have the region tag. But for equips, they're buffs on the person you put it onto. So like this, look at this. Base strike dance, 15. Strike defense, blast defense, and health to Legends Road. But you can only put it on the Legends Road unit, and whichever one you put it on, it only buffs on that one person you put it on. So these are basically Z abilities, but only for one character that you put it onto. There's just like the Z abilities, some of them, don't appear on everyone, because some Z abilities are specific for some units, and some of them are just free, like you could just put it on any character. But that's how you put Z abilities on your units. Right here, there's a bunch. But you see how there's like these eliminated out is because it's only meant, all of these are available for him, but these are for others. Now we get into like kind of the boring stuff, and usually a lot of people don't do, but it's the adventure. It'll give you little items that you could either exchange in the exchange shop, or there's maybe a mission where you have to collect as much. This is just basically pure luck. You literally put like I don't know, however many characters it asks you to put on, and then it's like, yeah, they go out searching for the items, and you just cross your fingers that it comes out successful, or even better, like huge success, or even better than that, which I forget because I haven't gotten that. Huge and big success was probably the best I've ever gotten. I haven't got too much luck on this though. Now events are probably the most important thing and what you should grind for if you want to summon, because for summon you need chrono crystals, which I have 0 because I'm broke now since I wasted it all on getting the Majin Vegeta and Happy Weekend, which those are really good, just that I don't come out fortunate on those. Sometimes I do. I got like Super Vegito and Beerus on that, so I'm not too mad with that. But events are probably the most important thing you do in this game, because this is where you can grind it out. Like this event, which is pretty common in here, where they have like a little boss that you have to do all the way to stage 50. But once you get to stage 50 and complete it, you get 1,000 chrono crystals, which is absolutely great, but it's kind of a lot of work to do it. But yeah, that's what you do. They might add more, but that's for like getting a title, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, all you need to know is get to up to stage 50, and you're pretty much good to go. You got your 1,000 chrono crystals. There's no point in going back. Old time space time rush. A lot of people sleep on this, but it's probably the most important thing in the game. Because right now it's giving you 1,000 crystals. Before it gave you 500. I don't know if it's only for this specific time. Maybe they actually do make it something permanent where you get 1,000 chrono crystals. I don't think so. But here, you have to do some sort of fighting. You have to do what, 10 fights? Well, you really do 50, but if you select one like Rush 3, you're gonna do 10 fights. There's gonna be like 3 characters, weak or strong. But the problem is, the more you continue, whatever characters you use for the fight, they're eliminated. You can't use them ever again in the fight. So that's where you gotta be smart about it. Because if you start using, I don't know, your most powerful units at the beginning of the fight, once you get to the boss, now you got your weak characters, and you can't get your strong characters ever again. So you gotta be smart about this, and usually to get the chrono crystals, you gotta get up to a Z, which is not that hard. All you have to do is click challenge. Or you could, when you're fighting, you could just do that. But do whatever it tells you. If it says battle with 1 element blue character or more, it doesn't tell you that you only use one. All you have to do is at least have 1 blue, and maybe you could bring like 2 reds. But at least have 1 blue. That's what they're asking you. And like this one, at least have 1 Legends Road or more. Or on this one, have 1 region or more. That is up to your choice, but at least have 1 character in the battle. This also gives you tickets, which I was talking about, or you could go here. This is a pretty good banner because you have Sparking guaranteed. And you see Super Vegito LF. Who doesn't want him if you don't have him? But that is what it's meant for. You need to get 10 to unlock. I only have 7. But in 2 days, the other Ultra Space Time Rush will come out. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I'll grind that too, because Chrono Crystal's right there. Now we go to the free unit events. These are basically, I call them trees, because you start in the beginning and then there's the little yellow lines that come after it. Now in this, all you really have to do is challenge completed, skip tickets, and energy tickets. That's pretty much all you need for the game to make the free unit as best as possible. So in here, you start doing these, but as you click here, all you have to do all the challenges. That star has to become gold. And the rewards, well, this is if the first time you do it. Of course, these are good. But you see this one doesn't have a gold box around it. That means every time you do it, you get that. Which these give you, multiple copies of that. And you can get them to limit break to certain stars, which is good. You have others where usually every time there's a free unit, once you soul boost, they're going to ask you for the color of the soul boost. And there's going to be exception because you're going to have to need these white, bluish things because you can't go ahead without having these. So they're basically the replacement of Rising Souls. And of course, there's going to be medals in this. And with the medals, there's like little rewards in here. Sadly, no chrono crystals. But if you go here, there's going to be medals. That's how many I have. But you could get these. All of these. But I already bought this before. But if you get like the gold ones up to 1,900, you get his power pole, which is the red one in his bag, the one he uses in his green card. That a lot of people ask, how can I customize my shallot, which we'll talk about later too. This, sometimes when there's a new unit, they will add something that is part of that unit as a costume, which is a lot to grind for, but at least you get a little costume out of it, so it's pretty good. Now, story. These are, a lot of people sleep on it too. A lot of people don't care about these, but if you're running out of chrono crystals, this is the place where you have to go. Now, every fight you get 10 chrono crystals. So this is about that is about 120 chrono crystals right here, plus the ones that they give you in challenge. And these also come in, so you get 120 more, which gives you 240 chrono crystals, which is not a lot, but hey, at least you got chrono crystals, plus the ones that they give you with doing the challenge, which is like 3 chrono crystals each one you beat. This also goes for the same, all of these. Now, upgrade. Haha, this is the place you need to be in. Let's fight. For the first time you ever do it, let's say you're new, you do this, your characters go up to 4,000 level by itself. And then it just goes back to normal, and it just does like 1,000 every time you fight. But this gives you level ups for your character. Now, once you level up, these are pretty important. If you go to one of the characters, like let me go right here. Right here. You go to show details. You go to his arts. There's something called can teach. But you need to be level 2. And doing let's fight gets your character up to level 2. Well, you gotta do it like 2 times. Well, you gotta do it 2 days to get up to level 2, which is a lot, because it's not a lot. You do it once a day, and then the next day just finish it off, and you get it up to level 2. These are really important. I'm going to customize. Here you could, dress up your shallot whatever you want. That does not do anything. But the special move is probably the most important. This is all of these characters got to level 2. Like this guy, I already did level 2, and now I learned his move. My bad. And now, if you put this on your shallot, instead of doing wild cannon, he does whatever the special move that character has. Which I think is pretty cool, because now you can teach him moves, which is cool, right? But this comes out even better. See, the one I have right now, Blaster Shell, it deals major explode damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 15% to strike damage received for 15 timer counts on hit, and 30% chance inflict faint on hit. So that means I have a 30% chance into fainting the opponent, which that comes out really beneficial with Blaster Shell. I think this one does just crazy damage. Yeah. And it has blast armor. So that means basically Shallot has blast armor when he uses his special move. So these really come out. They all have benefits some way or another. I think Soul Punisher also does faint, which is pretty good, but it only does 20% chance, so 30% chance, just beat it for me. Yeah, and then you could customize him by having the suit you want to wear on him. I don't know. You could do that. Or whatever. But if you want to... Now, Shallot right now, it's been a long time, but before... Now he can transform. Right now, the recent right now is Super Saiyan God. There's the other transformation like Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and God. Now to unlock these, you have to finish story mode. You have to. I finished it all, but you have to get up to, I would say, part 7 to unlock Super Saiyan God. I think story 6 gives you Super Saiyan 3. 4 gives you Super Saiyan 2, and story 2 gives you Super Saiyan 1. So it's a lot to grind, but there's Chrono Crystals to benefit. I think every battle gives you 20 Chrono Crystals, but the amount of fights there is, you probably get like 2,000 Chrono Crystals by doing this if you've never done it before. Now, Guild is basically just making your own clan and all of that. I'm in one too. Sadly, we lost. I think they're thinking about making, because this is probably the most boring thing you can do in here. But here, it's just like your teammates, the more PvP you do. But I think they're making like squad actual fights, like PvP, but squad actual fights with the squad. But, sorry for that. But, Guild is not really important this time, but it will come in handy. Now, PvP, the main thing in this game is known for, is getting new units and putting them in the battlefield. Here, you could do casual match, which I don't recommend a lot. Rating match is where you want to do. Now, it's extremely hard to get to, all the way to, rank number 1, because a lot of people fight for that. I think rank number 1 either gives you 7,000 Chrono Crystals or 5,000 Chrono Crystals if you get a rank 1 and the season finishes. Which, when there's 2 days left until the season finishes, people just go all out on the rating match and try to get number 1. I think if you're in the top 10, you at least get Chrono Crystals. I think the 10th gets 1,000, or the third one. I don't know which one. But if you come out in the top 1,000, they give you rewards, not Chrono Crystals, sadly. But I haven't gotten there, not at all. I'm battle rank 38, but I need to be rank 1. Well, battle rank is just what level you are, and they will try to match you with someone that is in your similar level. But if you go to ranking, and we'll be patient, top 1,000, you see that he's number 1. Yeah, if he could stay with his title, he could get up to 5,000, 6,000, somewhere around there. My rank, well, I'm not in the 1,000 at all. But all the people right here, they get at least a reward because they're in the top 1,000. Right now, the season is here. The season will end in September 1. So, that's pretty close. Better start doing stuff in there. Co-op. Co-op is PvP, but you have a partner and you fight a boss. Here, usually in co-op, they will have some benefit thing, it gives you whatever rewards. They always have a boss, but the boss usually fits on what the banner is. Right now, the Goku's here, and what it gives you is tickets to Zenkai him. So that's actually pretty good. If you already have the Goku up to 7 stars, all you really have to do is Zenkai him. And here you could just do co-op a bunch of times to get the tickets. Summon with the tickets. You don't get new characters. They're not units. You get the Zenkai souls, which you could, Zenkai. What have I not? Exchange shop. This is... Usually you get rewards and you're like, where do I get these? This is a place. If you do adventure, they'll give you tomatoes and you could waste it on anything. pretty much anything. Well, whatever this exchange shop offers you, not anything. My bad. If you did the boo, which is gone by now, but if you had it before, you could have wasted on multi-Z powers. If you did Golden Showdown, which is PvP right now, and it gives you coins, you could get 100 Chrono Crystals. I think you get up to 300, and then the slot to get them disappears. I already used all of mine, and this is literally where I can waste it on. Sparking. I don't usually put them on, these. This is where if you're new, you might want to use this so you could get like new units. They're really old, not that good of units they offer here, except the top two right here. Those are really decent-ish. But I wasted on this because it gives you 100. And you could get tickets, to summon and see what you get to. I already showed you Legends Road. This was an event before. The Recycle Center, which is new, and it comes in handy. Let's say you have a bunch of souls, Zenkai souls. This is like, if you want to soul boost a Zenkai unit, they start using Rising Souls, and they start putting Zenkai souls. And you could, get your Zenkai souls here. Super Chrono Crystals. These are, you go to the shop and you buy them. This is beneficial because you could get an LF for free. Literally, the LFs they have here is for free. You could get Super Transforming Namek Goku LF. The Super Saiyan 3 who fought Kid Buu. The Goten. The Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. The Beerus. And the first ever that they just introduced was the the multi-Z power for Legends Limited. So, now you could get your character up, your Legends Limited character up to any star you wanted to. And these are just more Rising Souls that offer a lot. And then these three, but you really don't want these at all. Especially if you're just gonna waste them. Dual coins, you get this in the co-op. You could waste it on 100 Chrono Crystals, a recent banner ticket, or just in general all of these. Zenkai Souls 2, they offer that too. Really, really good. Rare medals. You could do all of this. Get a free Spirit Bomb Goku. He's just a Sparking. He's really old, but you can benefit out of him. Heroes and any other like training material or Rising Souls. Z medals. Also, they offer Zenkai Souls. That's pretty much what they're known for. This, you get Z medals once you get like a character fully maxed out to 14 stars. And let's say you already have them fully to 14 stars and you happen to summon that unit again. Instead of, adding extra stars, which it can't no more, they will give you Z medals, 100 of them. And you could tell that, I don't have a Sparking up to 14 stars, but I do have a bunch of heroes that I just keep pulling a bunch of times. So this is why I have 17,000 of them. The Rush medals, these come from the Old-Time Space-Time Rush. These, I will teach you what these are. These are really good, and they come so much beneficial because these are basically equip awakeners. Equip medals. You could get equipment out of here. This equip is meant for LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. This equip is meant for the Super Saiyan 3 LF. This is meant for the Super Vegito. This is meant for the Goten. This is meant for the Namek Goku. This is meant for the Super Saiyan 2. And this is meant for the Beerus. And these, if you just collect them right here, it's over. And you scroll down, it's meant for a yellow regen. We call it regen, but it's regeneration. And there's so many in here that you could choose to put it on a character. Like Hurry Vegeta, this goes for a Saiyan that is range type. We will talk about that in a minute. And then these are like the silver versions, but you usually want the gold ones. Platinum coins. These are pretty good and rare. And Legends ticket. This is pretty much everybody's dream. If you're a free-to-play player and you can't afford, you just can't buy the Super Chrono Crystals, this is a replacement of them. I just mentioned these, but this time they offer Super Vegito. Who doesn't want that? Then they just offer good sparkings in the bottom of here. Pretty good sparkings. And then the news, this just comes out if Legends announce anything big, so you could be ready for. Items. Multi-Z power. This is where you want to use them. You could get multi-Z power and you could use them in any unit you want to. Multi-Z powers are just basically if you can't get the character again and you don't want to waste your time wasting Chrono Crystals to try to get that character again, use multi-Z powers and they will duplicate your character and get them up to 3 stars, 6 stars, or anything. It depends on how much they offer. Some multi-Z powers are worth 100. So if you put it on a character and they need 100 more multi-Z power to get to 3 stars, just put it on him and boom, he got limit break. Some offer 50, 30, or some just offer 6,000. I don't know. But multi-Z power, did I just call it? I mean equips. Usually when you awaken a character, they will get this little square brim right here. You could, up here, you could go here. Let's just click this. You could use these. Let's say, this is equips to get them. There's a scale. There's F, E, D, C, B, A, S, Z, and Z plus. Z plus is the best because it offers more buffs. But this is just pure sheer luck because all you really do is, you click a unit, you go here, hope to get him. Wow, we got him to B. You do it again. We got him to A. So that is done like that. But you gotta keep, if you say, I really want to get a Z on this, you delete by either using 10 Chrono Crystals or Equip Eraser, which you could get in the exchange shop, or they might offer it in missions, and Zenny. Zenny is probably the most important, but a lot of people don't realize. Zenny lets you use upgrade equips, soul boost your unit, because if you want to go to the next level, you have to waste Zenny. And just Zenny in general is really necessary in the game, but it's not shown a lot. But let's say you want Awaken, which I think it doubles buff. You could get here. Say you want to get this. It will offer you what you need. These 3 which you could get in the Ultimate Spacetime Rush, and you can go to the exchange shop and use that to get this. And then you could get this in the same place. And then you have to sacrifice 4 equips, the one that you want to awaken. Click confirm, it awakens. It starts at whatever letter it starts at. And it's way more stronger than just a regular A equip. It's way more stronger than a regular Z equip. If you have a Z equip and it's awakened, holy poop, that is a really, really good equip right there. That broke my ankle. Now, some characters have a certain thing and show details. Their status. I have this guy maxed out. You can see that his friendship rank, I think that's what they call it. If you have him in the rank 2, that's where you could show him. Some of them, like this guy, he can teach his special move to Charlotte. Some don't, sadly. But yeah, and then this will show you anything important. What episode he's from. What cards he held. Some of them have special things. His tags say an powerful opponent. His ability is, the ability. Art. Strike, easy to know. It's a strike move. I don't think I should show battle fighting because I think that is shown in the beginning of the game anyways. Blast, super, force explosion, and sudden storm. Some of these characters have ultimate cards. Those are really good. Some of them don't, sadly. But they have something that could replace like a ultimate, his special move does more damage, so it's basically like having an ultimate right there. Main ability. He pulls out his ultimate card when he uses his main ability. Yeah, and he's a yellow range type. Range type, that means his blast does more damage. So he's not really like a combat person, but more of a key blast. I think this one, if we go here, he's a melee type. You know what that is? He's a strike. And there's others. I think the other one is support, which they're not really a fighter, but more like a buffer giver. So if they say that, that means they buff anything, and they're really good. I don't know if I have a support unit here. I think Beerus is one. Yeah, he's a support type. He gives out buffs to God keys. He really does. They're really good ones, too. So yeah, and there's other ones that I don't know and I haven't named yet, and I don't think so I will. This is your name, your ID player, your card sleeves, which you could customize. I got the 2nd year anniversary Shenron ones. You get the default ones, they look like this. The shallot that they come for free. The ones that I bought in the 2nd anniversary, not bought, but I got like the medals for it and bought it. There's the Vegeta, and you can unlock these, but you have to Zenkai the unit. So, if I Zenkai him to, I think, level 7, you get him, and just in general, you can get these for Zenkaiing a unit. But I'm going to keep my Shenron sleeves, and this is just what it offers you in the morning, every time. And the title, this benefits. See, the one I have right now, if I could find it. The See Ya from the Kid Buu stage fight. This gives me 1,000+ health. Like, who doesn't want that? That gives you to any character. Like, once you're fighting, that title comes in handy, because now you have 1,000+. Which is not a lot, because, well, it is a lot, though. But, like, a character, I don't know, they might have, like, 28,000. That just gives them the 29,000. But you easily lose 1,000 by a strike. But, like, alright, from the Vegito, strike attack plus 50. So, they all have certain things that comes in handies. You could have friends in the game, so whenever you wanna, you could, 1v1 a bunch of people, but first you gotta be friends with them. And being friends with them, and you could 1v1 a bunch of people in PvP, but if you want to fight your friend, bada bing bada boom, you could do that. You could also do co-op with your friends. And yeah, the presents, you should check up on Dragon Ball Legends. They will always notify you if there's anything in the gift box. Sometimes they give you like free costumes or free chrono crystals or free anything in general. And I'll just click other. This is just for in case you need help with something. I go to options every single time. My sound, yada yada. My graphics all the way to max. And others. If you want to, usually I recommend downloading all, so you don't have to be like when you fight in events, have to wait for it to download. But a lot of people don't download it because once they're in a banner, if it takes forever to download in a summon, that's probably a chance you're getting a new unit. So that's basically a head starter, but it takes forever and it's really annoying. So that's why I just download everything. And I think I covered most of things in here, except this place right here. This is the place where you can buy. These little bots give you whatever it tells you it gives you. And yeah, this is general, just straight up Chrono Crystal buying. If you want to play game, just I'm a free to I'm a free to play. There's a pay to play. So yeah, I think I covered everything for advance, adventure, train, co-op. Co-op, you fight with your buddies. Um, you pick which character you want to use in the fight. These will tell you what tags, does the most damage or just in general. And these are just basically, if they have buffs that they could buff this Gohan in, they're just buffers for that. So that's good. And I think that is pretty much it, you guys. I hope this tutorial came in handy. If you guys have anything that you could add, please leave in the comments below. If you thought, hey, you didn't mention this, yada yada. I don't think I want to make a part 2 covering anything else. You guys can read the comments. And all in general, I hope you guys thought this was helpful in some way. This is probably my longest video, but I don't mind. Hope this just came in handy for you guys. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.